Some signals, new to the Cowboys. Edge pitch, Barkley on the move. Saquon Barkley asking Cam Jurgens to lead him forward to the 36-yard line and a first down for Barkley.
That's what I'm saying. This was a free play. This was a chance to just take a shot at something that mop, and it did.
We'll get into it as the night goes on. This Eagle team, Kevin Petullo, the offensive coordinator. As they run Barkley inside, Saquon touchdown! Philadelphia on top.
Was without Mekhi Becton playing guard, where we get that same level of play. That was beautifully done that time by his replacement, Tyler Steen.
Touchdowns. 2 for Jalen Hurts, 1 for the Offensive Player of the Year, Sigley. Eagles on top for the first time in 25. The scene down in Sao Paulo. Look forward to watching that tomorrow night. For the 42, Barkley to the left. It's strung out. Barkley's going to have a first down. Not tackle him like that. Saquon past midfield into Dallas territory at the 47-yard line. Gain of 11.
A run, and you just assume he's on the ground, and he's not. I don't know exactly who it was. Came up, made this hit. Boom, right there. And it was Hooker, and you just think that he's going to be on the ground that hard, and he's not.
Barkley gets a break. A.J. Dillon, the fourth, got it both times. 2nd and 3 as Araku off the edge. Oh! Barkley the one-hand catch. Barkley the stiff arm. Barkley the first down. Offensive Player of the Year.
The backfield reaches out that one hand, makes the play. Wasn't enough. Got a chip. Handled that. Makes somebody miss.
And for the Eagles. There's Barkley, right side, sprinting through the hole. Saquon Barkley is in. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Johnson, Jurgens just clearing the way. It's pretty easy for Saquon to read that. Nobody in the hole, leads up on Steen. Straight line.
First touchdown for the Eagles right here. Racing through the right side in this Super Bowl rematch early. That one gets him a first down. Give it to him again. Try to get him a little momentum. He's got it. Saquon Barkley now is another first down.
Right. Undisciplined here on the backside.
Secondary.
1st and 10. Back to Barkley. Has a hole. Saquon Barkley starting to get it going. He's got a dozen with those bodies back out of the picture.
Yeah, I mean, just not true. The threat of throwing the ball downfield, the vertical threat of the pass.
We'll see their offense in Jalen Hurts for the first time. Early in this first quarter, they've got the early lead. Game last year. Big difference today. Get it out to Barkley in the flat. Looks to cut upfield, and Barkley makes a couple miss. Now Barkley with some speed down around the 20-yard line. Another first down as he got around Lavonte David.
Not a lot of people make Lavonte David miss. He's been doing it for a while. Makes Morrison miss too. He's pointing out. Ready?
Oh, they chicken up. Saquon Barkley. They fooled everyone. He walks in. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Maybe that was why the play call was a little bit longer. Looked like he was getting a few extra words out of his mouth. And then it's just a little counter sweep off of it. Hurts has had 2 pretty easy touchdown throws today, and Saquon, yeah, that
Play call. I feel like, Tom, they...
right here, you got all the 22 bodies right there between the hashes, and then there's only one body outside the numbers, and that's Saquon.
Everyone's trying to stop the run, and then you start to give it to Barkley.
Here's some explosion by Barkley down to the 49-yard line of Denver. Running behind Toth and others for 17.
Look at the displacement on the left side. You see, this is what it looked like last year, and starting to sprinkle in, but this is why you throw the ball early, because then they start to be like, well, gosh, they've thrown it like almost double. They've ran it, so let's go ahead and start the pass rush.
Looks over to the sideline for confirmation. 2nd and 4. Flinging it. Caught. On the run is Barkley. He's in for a touchdown.
They're attacking. Singleton, just not quite fast enough. Normally he's got to go guard the flat, but guess what? Nope, I'm going to go ahead and do a double move and run by you. And I feel like, you know, Singleton's been getting better each week, but the ACL, over 30 years old, they miss Greenlaw. That usually won't happen if he's back in there, but well done.
For the 47 yards you mentioned, Greenlaw, he's on IR, and Hurts has a...
Behind Hurts, give it to him on the ground, and that's the way they start. And a gain here of 19 yards, so that's his longest gain of the season. His longest gain had been 17. A guy who ripped off a whole bunch of 20-plus last year. Gain of 18 here.
Watch Juergens work around. Good job there by the left side. And there's the vision and cutback ability of Saquon Barkley.
Smith in motion. Barkley again. Barkley a lot of room. Barkley another first down. Well, I guess we have our answer as to what the strategy is going to be tonight. Pretty quickly.
And that's, you're right. When this offense is humming, it starts with the running game.
On first down, start with a run, start with a good run by Barkley to the 25. They'll hustle to the line of scrimmage.
10. Here is Barkley, left side, big hole. Saquon Barkley! Uh-oh! Barkley! Goodbye! I guess the run game's back.
Well, that's what we're used to seeing from this team. His first 20-yard rush of the season. Defense, and this is just a simple, call this a duo play. You get a bunch of double teams. Saquon reads it out the back door, and then Newman can't get him on the ground. The safety's job, that's why they feel so good. Entire offensive line has been looking for this, just to find that mojo. And they're there under center. They were under center much more last week. And that's how they kind of want this offense to go. Keep that defensive line guessing a little bit. Is it run or pass? Thibodeau doesn't make the play. They can't slow him down at the defensive front. And Saquon out the gate. And I love seeing the receivers going there. Devontae Smith in there. He knew right. Impossible to bring down in the open field.
Set of a screen, Barkley. He's got some blocks. Barkley, nice cut. Barkley, first down. So they take that 1st and 20 and they turn it into a quick first down, and Barkley heavily involved early.
Nice job by Kevin Patullo, the offensive coordinator. You get this really difficult pass rush defensive front that's looking for sacks, and one way to slow all those guys down.
2nd and goal. Blitz coming. Hurts. Barkley wide open. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Either the defensive end when they blitz that backer, but Thibodeau doesn't, and no one's on Saquon. That's pretty easy.
In this half, Barkley stretch right, big seam. Saquon Barkley's got a first down.
Just called a counter OT. The center coming out Toth and Lane Johns. How would you like to be Deontay Banks right there with Lane Johns? I would just try to find a wormhole and just dive underneath it.
Here is Barkley sprinting through. Saquon Barkley shoved out of bounds. And that didn't look great at the end of that run there. Well, watch the grimace at the end of this from Saquon. That is not great. And he's in the tent now being evaluated.
Barkley, daylight, and a big carry out to the 40. McKinney on the tackle, but a carry of 15 yards for Saquon.
Well, Saquon Barkley, as we mentioned, he hasn't had the year, he hasn't had the big runs, but it's not because of him. He still gets more than what's blocked, and you give him a crease like this, and look, he's all the way up on the safety before he's even touched. Great execution, even better vision by Saquon Barkley, the happiest guy in that locker room.
3rd down and 7. Has to come out to his left. He finds Barkley. One-on-one and a spin move, and Barkley still rolling into Green Bay territory and down near the 36.
Watch Barkley as he comes out. He starts clapping. He wants the ball. He knows nobody's out there, and he's got some space, and see if he can make something happen. And there he goes. He makes Valentine miss, and he's off and running. You know, those in these types of games, you hang in there long enough, and you just hang in there. Eventually, something is going to break.
Takes it back to the 20-yard line when this drive begins, and room to run for Barkley. On the edge, 15. to the 35-yard line.
They are just continuing to go big over here. They get the defense to shift and then get the hook block on the outside over there. It is just a bit of, if you're seeing this with your eyes, we're going to try and go there. We've seen it early on. They've gone big with 6 offensive linemen and predominantly.
Second down. Hurts comes to Saquon Barkley. No one's home. Barkley, head of steam. First down and more, and he's out of bounds right around the 20-yard line. It is a good-looking drive for this. And Hurts will throw it again with some pressure. Steps away, going to throw it to Barkley, who's wide open. It's a first down all the way up to midfield for Saquon Barkley. And the Eagles offense looking really good to start this.
Barkley has room. Barkley has a first down. Barkley to the 20-yard line. Tackled there by Brisker for a gain of 16.
Isn't it amazing when 26 has a little bit of room to run? Yet Devontae Smith going in motion. Watch how the motion affects the defense here. They move to the inside. It's C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
Saquon Barkley there.
Why not stick with him, they say. And why not do it again? Over the left side on back-to-back plays and back-to-back first down carries, I believe. He's right gained, and they're going to give him a first down.
Yeah, they come right back with it. And again, A.J. Brown out here doing a nice job helping out. And that's key. So that when Barkley then gets to the next level, he's got a chance. Game. And this year, just 2 runs all season of 20 yards. It's hard to believe.
His third carry, able to get a big one here. Right on cue, Barkley over the left side. And a nice start to the possession for the Eagles as Saquon is able.
Good. The blocking up front by this offensive line is really good as they move up to the second level with left guard Landon Dickerson and then A.J. Brown helping out as well. And when you evaluate the offensive line this year, it's not that they've been bad. They're still one of the better offensive lines in the league.
Barkley getting going. And last year's Offensive Player of the Year gets 13, brought down by Molden, the safety.
Well, that's the crease. Cam Jurgens, the center, number 51, right here in the middle. He gets the kind of the key block, and Barkley's working off of that. So you see that lane.
PNF. Barkley, first down, goodbye. Eagles on top, no flags. Formation, a pitch, and the race, and Barkley wins it.
Well, some good blocking up front. Dallas Goedert being...
Larry loves it. Eagle fans been waiting for this. 52 yards from Saquon Barkley. Barkley in, touchdown Eagles. And a good sign that Saquon Barkley in for his 6th touchdown of the year. Alaska the extra point. 17-zip. Philadelphia taking care of business, trying to end this 3-game skid. Drives in this game for an offense that needed to get right. They certainly have. And here's Barkley with space, and Barkley with his biggest run of the day. 17 for Barkley. An under center run and a bunch of room over the yards because they're winning and running. Barkley crashes for a first down. Saquon Barkley gashing this Washington defense.
Stays in the gun. Just watch what the quarterback threat does to the backside pursuit of the defense. Frankie Louvu, the edge players, you just can't commit to the run game as quickly, knowing at any moment Hurts could pull that ball out the backside.
Deron Payne was slow to get up there for Washington. Down if converted their last 4. Barkley again cuts it back. Stays on his feet. Saquon Barkley's in. A hard-fought touchdown.
Well, there you go. All right, there's a boom or bust element to this run game of this defense. He is a challenge to get on the ground, so you better get him early, because if you don't, he's going to make a lot of people miss tackles, and this time it goes for 6.
3rd straight game with a touchdown for Barkley. Eagles take advantage of the interception and have it in the back of the man that they rode to the Super Bowl last year. They've grown this lead, silenced this crowd.
Turnover.
Barkley spins away into space, stays on his feet, takes off. Saquon Barkley, biggest play of the game, 44.
You talk about the formula powered by the Offensive Player of the Year. And while not perfect and certainly not the consistency, these are the examples of why you just don't quit on a team like Philly. And what looked like it was going to be another lost yardage play, they lead the league in them. Well, sometimes you just can't plan for talent, and that's all Saquon.
Barkley again. Cuts up the middle. It's Barkley with a big run into Bills territory. Down to the 46 he goes as we hit the 2-minute warning. And a 16-yard rip for Barkley. And the Eagles are heat. Barkley. Good cut. And another one for a first down. Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, he obviously a lot of Saquon and more scrambles, more design runs for Jalen.
That's a pretty good run for Barkley with a big hole into San Francisco territory. He goes and down to the 32.
Yeah, Lenore has this force. Once Goddard blocks out on a tight end, Lenore can't stick his nose in there. He's got to stay outside. He's got the D gap, which is the contain. As soon as Saquon sees him fold inside, it's an easy bounce out cut and then off to the races. We saw a lot of that from Saquon last year. That was running into open space, but his short area agility, the power in his legs.
And 6. Hurts sets up Barkley, who's looking for a block. Great move from Barkley. Oh, Barkley breaks through to the 30. So patient on that catch and run for Saquon, who gets it down to the San Francisco
screen. And they're actually just running kind of a screen here for Saquon on the left. Great timing of that play call, and then watch Saquon do the rest. The explosiveness,